Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First show, SG08. Alright, I'm going to start this week off by saying what kind of was brought to my attention. Apparently, I made you guys misunderstand exactly what this show is about. This show is going to be my point of view of different topics, but it's an open book topic. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. You want to talk about gay marriage? You want to talk about religion? You want to talk politics? You want to just talk bullcrap? Alright, I'm willing to listen to everything, but this show covers lots of different topics, lots of different issues. So I don't want you to think that I'm over here just talking politics. I don't want you to think that I believe I am a political man. I'll be the first to tell you, I am a lot of times not as political as others. And you know what? If you're one of those people who are going to be analyzing me, saying this is right, this is wrong, I'm open to hear opinions, but just understand this show is just for you to start thinking. This show isn't for you to follow what I'm saying, it's to get you thinking. I already know how I feel about things. This is to get you thinking so you have your own decisions about things. So, I thought I'd start this week by talking about media, because before we can get into anything else, you have to understand that media influences everything, or at least almost everything. You know, different shows that you watch, you know, different news stations that you watch, they influence you whether you acknowledge it or not. You know, even stupid shows call your attention away from real things that are going on. So I figured I'd start with my biggest target. Okay, a lot of times celebrities try taking things into their own hands. They try and use their name to, you know, uplift some stupidity. Now I understand Fox Network is, you know, all news networks, they're biased, you know, sometimes they say very stupid things, but Nas is taking it too far. He's over here talking about there being racist and this and that. Okay, if they do show signs of racism, I'm sure it's more than just to black people, but does he acknowledge that? No, he does not. Instead, he wants to go, you know, racism hunting. When, look at Nas, break him down, okay? This guy wanted to name his album Nigger. Now I understand the fact that he wanted to break down the word. He wanted the word not to exist anymore, not to affect anybody. But come on now, how are you going to go back and say, okay, I'm going to break down the word nigger so it doesn't affect the black community, but yet you're going to get the black community in an uproar about racism. You're going to go and call out racism, and at the same time you're going to sit there and try and say, like, I'm trying to break down racism. You can't do both. It's a contradiction. And in fact, I have a song here that you should listen to because, honestly, this guy's ridiculous. Listen to his song, You Could Be a Nigger Too.
Turn your radios up. You are now allowed to listen to the radio. The real niggas are back on the radio. No slacking, no begging, no asking, no fasting, no disrespect to Islam, no imam or pastor, no answers to questions the media's asking. While we fight each other in public in front of these arrogant bastards, they love it. Putting old niggas versus the youngest. Most of our elders failed us. How can they judge us, niggas? This verbal book's published by niggas, produced by niggas, genuine niggas. So I salute my niggas. Not mad cause Eminem said nigga, cause he my nigga, wigger, cracker friend. We all black within, okay? We all African, okay? Some Africans don't like us, no way.
You're listening to this, right?
Johannesburg, yesterday, slain artist named Lucky Dubé. Hijack, some say NAACP, keep us sidetracked, but I don't buy that. I buy Aston Martins, faster cars than NASA cars in, sparking wild riding. Critics eat a dick, journalists see I'm rich with this N-word jargon. I'm just starting, bitch. I'm a nigga, he's a nigga, she's a nigga, we some niggas. Wouldn't you like to be a nigga too? To all my kite niggas, spick niggas, giddy niggas, chink niggas, that's right, y'all my niggas too. I'm a nigga, he's a nigga, she.
Now, how are you going to tell me that you're going to follow this guy when he says Fox Network is being racist when he's over there advertising his own form of racism. Now, you know, if Fox Network were to say the word nigga, I bet you he would have flipped even more than he's already flipped. But yet he wants to claim he's trying to break down the word, but I bet you every time he hears that same word, he flips out. People, this is a contradiction. Celebrities always try and say, especially the rap generation and a lot of times the rock generation, they want to try and use their music as a political influence. They try to make people think that because they are on the TV that they have a better acknowledgement about these topics. That's a misunderstanding. That's not how it works, okay? And how is this guy going to be some type of leader when he's out there talking about guns? You know, he's out there talking about things that just influence poverty and, you know, crime. To me, it's stupid. How are you going to do that? Nas, get out of here. You're making the kids laugh, man. And this war between Bill O'Reilly and CNN, that's stupid, okay? CNN is going to try and start stuff with Bill O'Reilly. First of all, Bill O'Reilly is somebody who just talks out his ass a lot of times. If people don't realize that, then it's not so much the fact that it's Bill O'Reilly's fault, it's our fault for believing, you know, just following everything he says word for word. A lot of times we think because these guys are on the news and stuff, dude, look at Good Day LA. Jillian, you know, has her dog on the show. You know, they're over there just messing around talking about random things. You call that news? Please, that's a joke. That's not news. Get out of here with that. A lot of times the news makes things very biased. They are a biased type group. It's a biased network. If they like something, they will rule in favor of it. And if they don't like something, they won't talk about it as much. Tell me I'm lying. Go ahead. Once again, going back to the celebrity factor, let me tell you something. A lot of people try looking to Flavor Flav and all these stupid shows to try and figure out like love and stuff like that. Flavor Flav is a joke. He's a joke. You think by episode 3, with the same dramatic people that he has on his show, you think he would have learned already, like, not to go for the drama people, but he keeps them around. That show's a joke, people. Stop wasting your time watching it. Instead, why don't you go and watch, you know, what's on the, you know, watch politics at work. Another person is Tyra Banks. She has one show where she judges people, and then she wants to try and have a show where she helps people. I saw an episode on the Tyra Banks show, the America's Top Model. A girl passes out, you know, whatever, they help her up, yeah, they take care of her, they get her to a hospital, but then she goes back in and she continues to judge these models. Most of these models are anorexic, bulimic, and then she has an episode on the Tyra show where she talks about eating disorders. Tyra, your own show is an eating disorder. So how is she going to go back and start judging people and then she tries to help people? It's ridiculous, people. I understand you might have a big thing for them. You might be, you know, a big fan of these different people. But that, just because they're on the TV does not mean that they know what they're talking about. Does not mean that they should be the people influencing you. Now, I am a part of the media. Understand this. Obviously, because I am broadcasting myself, I am now in the media, you know, line here. Like I said in the beginning, my show is not for you to follow me word for word. It's for you to start thinking about things and for you to get my opinion. And if you disagree with my opinion, that's cool. I'm down with that. But I want you to think about these things, because a lot of people waste their time behind the TV watching these stupid shows that influence them to make stupid decisions, and then when they start finding out the bigger facts later, then they start, you know, oh, okay, now I'm into it. And then they start, you know, gathering more information. But a lot of people don't gather more information, so they can't figure out what's really what. Okay? So basically, that's the end of the first show. But next week we'll be talking about racism, and after that we'll be talking about the elections, because I know a lot of people want to have their sides to this. We have one guy who wants to talk about communism. You know, this show is open for you guys to come in and take part. But like I said earlier, if you're watching my show just to analyze me, try and break me down, hey man, you can go ahead and waste your time. It's not going to affect me. But this is SG08. I'm out. This is the first show. I hope you enjoyed it.